I'm here in Lake Worth, Florida, and the battle continues. We recently covered Whitmore Estates down there. Today we're focusing on Amara, and the winner is you, the buyer. So you want an estate home that's a ranch, a one-story home? Well, here you have it. Welcome to the Layton here at Amara in Lake Worth, Florida. This is their smallest home they have here. They show as a model. You can see the windows in the garage. We talked about this last week. It has that modern look that's becoming more and more popular here in South Florida. There's been a lot of construction in this area. These two communities are competing against each other. They have a lot of similarities, but the one difference they do have are homes like this. Over at Whitmore Estates, they do not have comparable size home that is a ranch. They have a really big ranch over there. But for this price point, and I'll give you the price right now, for this price point, this is a ranch that fits a lot of people. The Layton could be 3 to 4 bedrooms. This is a 3.5 bath home, 3-car garage, and it's listed as the base price of $1,256,000. We get a lot of people looking for ranch houses. That's why this house fits people. Nice big kitchen. It's one thing that strikes me, a big Long Island. This is a natural gas community for you people who like to cook using natural gas, as you can see here. They're using KitchenAid. They have a really big, I love this, a nice, really big pantry off the kitchen. I tell you, and you guys know we are like the #1 relocation team down here. If you're looking from around the country and you want to learn homes in the different communities, we're the place people go to. A lot of things we often hear is the size of the pantry. That is a big thing, and builders are responding and making them bigger. One thing that I find interesting about the way they designed this house is, you see the cabinetry here is white and the cabinetry here is dark. That's unusual. They're doing more and more unusual things. Every week we cover communities like this. Over the course of time, we have almost every brand new construction community that's worth talking about. We cover here at Living in Palm Beach, Florida. If you want to learn about them, I highly recommend hitting that subscribe button. Stick around for this one. You're not going to want to miss this. This is one of the biggest houses you can buy here in Palm Beach, Florida, and it's called the Livingston 2. Stick around. So it's pretty big in terms of your living space. I think it's a very good it's a very good home if you're entertaining. Like always, a lot of Florida homes, you notice, to the back, to the right, or to the back, to the left is your master. It's no different here. We have an office here, which is they call it a bonus room, a flex room. It's probably not big enough to be a bedroom. Ceilings are high. Now, little thing, do you know, I've said this before and I'm going to say it again, for you guys who appreciate, and most buyers do, high ceilings, ranches are where it's at. When you have 2 stories, oftentimes it compromises the height of the first floor. As you walk in, you have this. It's almost like an ensuite here. So this is your bedroom, bathroom, and you could literally close this off. So if you want privacy, like an in-law suite or just, even guests, like you have guests that you want to make them comfortable, this is the way to do it. Back by the kitchen, the kitchen's on the larger side, as I was saying. Back by the kitchen, back this way, past the pantry, you have this dining area. And let's go check out the master. For the size of the house, this is a pretty large master. 3,000 square feet. This size house, I find, from the families that we have coming down here to visit and look at homes, this is a pretty common size people are looking for. A lot of people think 4,000 is too big, 2,000 is too small, 3,000 is about right. You have a bench here in the shower, which is nice, and a freestanding tub. Now, we've talked about this lately. If you go to some of the older communities, when I mean older, I mean like they've been around like even as recent as like 4 years ago, you'll see the built-in tubs. Today, almost all the new construction communities like this one that just opened up, Amara here, you see freestanding. No builder today who's starting, brand new models are going to show anything other than that, in my opinion. Here's your water closet, and over here is your, the closet is off the master bedroom. Now, people are pretty opinionated on that. Either love it or hate it. So I'm here in a very loud model row. Like I said, there's a lot going on. They're building a home literally right across the street. They're selling very well at this community. It just opened. When you come, that's the very first house, and we're going to go in there in a minute. They use part of it as a sales center. If you walk into that sales center on your own, you are absolutely crazy. Here at Living in Palm Beach, Florida, we highly recommend independent representation. Independent representation means we need to be with you on your very first visit to the community. The cost for using a company like ours, Living in Palm Beach, Florida, is zero out of your pocket. It's the builder that pays us, and they're happy to do so. You can ask them. There's no discount for not using a realtor, so you might as well use us. We'll be there from start to finish, from that first visit all the way through closing, to advise you and to help you along your new construction journey. So I'm taking a step outside, and there's a good reason for that. The thing about that community, that community, Whitmore Estates, and here at Amara, is the size of the lots. Now, this is not a really big one, but back there, they have some really big ones. They have acre lots. The HOA is a little bit funky here. HOA meaning Homeowners Association fee, because the bigger lots, when you get to the bigger homes, and they have some that are 3 acres back there, they don't take care of it. It's too much to have them to take the homeowners association to take care of a 3-acre lot and then take care of a half-acre lot. So that's the give and take. It's a little bit of unique community. And the reason is because they weren't allowed to subdivide those big lots down there. So no wins? You, the buyer. This is a nice, big, wide lot. Most of the lots here are nice, but stick around because I want to show you that house. That's one of the most popular models. The models here at this community are taken from another high-end community up in Jupiter called Bridgewater. In fact, the models are for sale in Bridgewater. We're going to be trying to get in there to film those. They're going to be about $7-8 million, and they're actually stunning. Some of the nicest homes in Palm Beach. But the models here, the concept for the Oakley and the Livingston too, which we're going to get to later, that's the biggest one here. They all come from up north, in Jupiter, Florida, which is one of the nicest parts of Palm Beach. 20 years ago, my family and I relocated to this beautiful part of the world we call sunny South Florida, and we haven't looked back. Today, we truly find an honor to help people perhaps like you do the exact same thing. So if you're thinking about considering this area, if you're thinking about moving to this area, and you want to ask questions from people who've actually done it before, well, there are a few ways to get a hold of us. Down below is our email address. That's one great way. Also on the screen, you see our phone number. You can either call or text that number. But literally 2 of the best ways is in the description and the comment section. There's a link. Click on that link. What that'll do is have some time for us to speak, either through a phone call or through a Zoom, whatever way you feel most comfortable. In any case, we have your back when it comes to relocating here to sunny South Florida. So here's something unique. So the loggia is pretty big, right? This is an area where people do hang out. This goes into your master. So you can get from the master to go outside, which I think is nice. And on the other side here is a separate cabana bath. This doesn't go into the house. I've seen a few of these. This is not nearly as common. No shower. Well, you can put a shower out there. But if you want to, if you're using the pool and you have to go to the bathroom, that's your option. That's a good one. See, here is another popular ranch home. This is around the same size, actually a little bit smaller. This is called the Regalia, and it's flexible in terms of its size. You can be somewhere around 2,700 feet. You can be upwards of 2,900 feet. There are some elements that you can add or subtract in the house to make this to fit you. It's a little bit under 3,000 square feet, and it's one of their most affordable homes here at Amara in Lake Worth, Florida. This home is 3-bedroom. You can make it either 3 or 4 bath. It's another ranch. It's popular because the ranches of this size are not as common, and they don't have them next door. But let me turn it around. Before I go, look at the garages. It's a 3-car garage, 2 there and a golf cart there. You'll be able to take the golf cart to the amenities. One of the things that the battle between these two communities, one of the things that people are comparing is the amenities. When it comes to amenities, I think this community probably wins out. Again, it's a good, decent-sized kitchen for the size. Dining area is adjacent. They have the corner sliders. If you've seen me up in Avondale recently, it's the same concept, and I'm going to show you what that means right now. That is like adding another room to your house. I was up in Avenir this morning on what they call a pre-drywall inspection. We help buyers, you guys that work with us, we sometimes help with that. And I did one up there, and we were talking about the retractable screens. This is a home that's perfect for that. You can put retractable screens here, all the way down here. This will basically become your own little outdoor living room. That would work well. And the way those sliders work, you can't even tell if you're outside or inside. That's how well it looks. Now, the reason I think it works so well is they pocket. In other words, these doors go right into the wall, here and here. So they're built for this. Beautiful pool. You can build pools with the builder. You can do it after, which I think if you want to do it your way and maybe do it at a more affordable price, let us help you with that. We could help you with that. There's so many different options for pools. Sometimes with some builders, I'm not saying with this one, but sometimes with some builders, they don't give you the choices. They give you just a few choices. Where really the whole world is out there. The world is your oyster, as they say. The whole world is out there, and you can get. Now, this pool actually looks nice. They have that sun shelf, which looks like it can possibly turn into a hot tub, and then they have the waterfalls over there. This is beautiful. This pool is a higher end pool. If I had to guess, this pool is somewhere north of $150,000. You know what's funny? I just noticed this. I've been here. I've been here a few times. This community. This roof is a metal roof. That's sort of a new thing here in Florida in the last, let's say, 5 years or so. So you have your shingle roofs. Most roofs are like that, but this is a metal roof. Now, metal roofs are more money. Metal roofs are meant to have a longer lifespan too, which is why people are building them. The thing is, some HOAs are not allowing them. So you have to be careful. If you're seeing a metal roof initially from a new construction community like this, that's good. It means they're open to it, because once you to change the documents of an HOA is a little bit of a process. But if it comes starting with it, it's going to help you if you are a metal roof in. So kitchen's nice. We were just had someone in here. We were talking about the appliances. They do KitchenAid here too, but they're small. Like the refrigerator is not as wide. So even though you have KitchenAid, doesn't necessarily mean it's top of the line KitchenAid. The other thing is the pantry is significantly smaller. But you know, this is a little bit low of a price. So that's what you get. And I'll give you the price right now. So I remember I mentioned the Regalia is 3-bedroom and a flex. It's 3 to 4 bedroom. It's a 3-car garage, 27 to about 2,900 square feet, roughly. 1,231,000. So you're looking at about roughly $25,000 less than the last one. So these are going to be pretty popular models. It's your best way in. These are high-end communities. I have homes here that are $2 million. So if you're buying a home at 1.2 and your neighbor back there is 2 million plus, which I know for a fact that over there, in the next community over, they have homes that are going already for 2.5. I honestly think that this community back there and also the neighboring one, the homes there are going to be worth $3 million. As you guys know, and who follow the channel, I'm going to go into the master next. Getting in early is the best. Hit that subscribe button, man. If you guys are looking to buy a home in Palm Beach, Florida, or really anywhere in South Florida, Port St. Lucie, Martin County, you really need to follow us. Here's the master. So I like this master. It's big. For the size of the house, it's bigger than the other one, even though the home is slightly bigger there. Nice and long. I like these bay windows. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 windows. You get lots of light. There's no way to go to the outside like you had in the first one, but that's okay. You can still get off of the bed and walk that way. You're now DeVasta, the builder here is Pulte Homes DeVasta. They love doing this concept, by the way. This is the shower where they have like the wall here. This is a beach entry shower, and they always put like the plumbing on this wall. And I've had people that have said, I really don't like that, Ray. Let's see if we can knock that wall out. No, because you have the plumbing there. But I like the concept. We just did a video recently up in Avondale, up in Avenir. That's like the entry level to get into Avenir, which is the most popular community in Palm Beach today. But this area here is growing in popularity. There's only 2 communities, but they're nice. But what I was saying is the concept is the same. The builder likes doing this. I gotta show you the closet. The closet's really nice. Water closet that way, no big deal. You've seen the toilet before, right? Linen, little bit smaller. The big master, but I think the shower takes up so much room. Here is the master closet, and it's a beauty. It even has an island in the middle. Now this is an over improvement. Now again, you guys have followed the channel, you know, well, the pro tip for living in Palm Beach is you don't want to do this. It looks beautiful. You can do this, but after closing, let us help you with that. You'll spend more money through the builder, number one, and that's not even the biggest problem. The biggest problem is, let's say this closet costs $15,000. I'm making this number up, but maybe I'm right. Let's say this costs $15,000 to make it to this. Now you're adding $15,000 of value, and the tax appraiser is going to appraise the house and tax you on that extra value year after year after year. As we exit the master, I got to tell you, I like this. This is the cabana bath. You have the pool out here. And then you have the cabana bath right here, and this one has a shower. So I mean, the other one I like that it was separate, and it's completely separate from the house. I like that, but I didn't like the fact I didn't have a shower. You can put one outside, but this is better. And it's off there, and then you have this little area, so it's nice. Cabana baths are what these builders are doing these days, and they survey the buyers. and they figure out what people like and they do it. And that's why they make these adjustments. Coming over here to the other side, you have a nice, this is going to be like it's not a half bath, it's a full bath, as you can see. You have a tub, and I'll turn this around real quick. You know, it's funny. I had someone say the other day, says, you do too much showing of the houses with you to the camera. We want to see the house. Let me know what you think. Are they right? I mean, I'm thinking that when it comes to me showing bathrooms like this, you've seen a bathroom before. But anyways, I don't always do that, by the way. This is their room. This is like a bedroom, but the way they're showing this is, and I will say this, I've worked with this builder a lot with buyers. The customer service with the Vasta/Pulte is top notch. One of the best in the industry. They offer these kind of warranties. Oftentimes people say, well, are there resales that we can look at a better price? We can help you with resales. The builder can. But I'll tell you this, all things being equal, if I'm looking at a house and I'm saving, I don't know, and you don't even usually save a single penny, even a cent. But even if you were going to save a little bit, 10,000, 15,000, it's not worth giving up this. They have 1-year coverage, 2-year coverage, 5-year coverage, 10-year coverage. Now, not that it goes away, but you get it from the beginning. And as an original buyer, that's good. I don't know why people would so bargain basement hunt for resales when you have the real thing right here and the builder behind you. Resales? Did you say resales? Here is the best website to look for resales in our area. It's livinginpalmbeachfl.com. Once again, livinginpalmbeachfl.com. Now, coming over this way, the other thing I'll say, there's a lot of storage in this house. I mean, I know you Northerners who say, well, you guys don't have basements, and I don't know what we're going to do. Well, this house has it. They also have a mud room, which is also another Northern concept here. That's this room here. And what I also love is a big laundry room. Builders are finally starting to get it. We told them we want bigger laundry rooms, and they have it here. I don't like, some things you hang. You have room to hang clothes here. I don't like having, putting like a hanger out here when you're hanging clothes. It looks messy. See if I can get in the garage. I can. So it's nothing special about it, but here's the garage. I'll turn it around. So here's a little tip. You see how they're starting to build this? It looks like they want to epoxy the floor. It's almost like they haven't finished building the home, and it hasn't. They rushed to get this stuff out. Whitmore Estates right next door started selling, and they sold really well. The bigger homes are almost gone. There's like a handful. I can count on one hand how many homes on the bigger lots are left there. So they're like, wow, they're selling so well, we better get going. So they probably opened these models a little bit sooner than they would have liked because they didn't want to miss the sales. That's what's happening as these two communities battle here for the Battle of Lake Worth when it comes to new construction here in Palm Beach, Florida. So nice office to the front. I love this concept. I need this for my office. A ladder that goes across looks nice and elegant. This bedroom is nice. I like it. The concept. I'll turn this around. The bay window concept. Check this out. It's a big bedroom. It's off the front. Okay size closet. It is en suite. So this is one of the nice elements of this house. So for an entry-level home, price-wise, in an exquisite neighborhood like here at Amara in Lake Worth, this is like I'm going to grade it. This is an A. This is an A house in my book here at Ray Fernandez living in Palm Beach, Florida. This is a really popular model. It is a ranch again, and it's bigger. This is one of my favorite homes they do here at Amara in Lake Worth, Florida. Welcome to the Oakley. It's in their ranch series. It's a 4-bedroom home, 3 to 3.5 bath, and one of the most popular and one of my favorite homes you have here at Amara. I almost threw myself off. I was thinking I knew it was three garages, but I couldn't figure out where it was. That right there, we talked about the sales center, which you do not want to walk in on your own, is one of the garages. Here's the other 2-car garage. But let's go check out the Oakley. It literally is, I feel, one of their best homes here in Amara. So let's go check it out. This is definitely a unique house. They have this house just like the others up in, they're very popular, did very well up in Bridgewater. So this home is, I said 4 bedrooms and a flex, 3 to 3.5 baths. You can do that how you like. You're looking at about 3,300 to just over 3,400 square feet. So it's the biggest home they have here. They have homes on this sheet that are over 5,600 square feet. So now, I mentioned there's lots of big lots out there. There's some big homes for those big lots. Here's one of the unique things I think about this. So kitchen here, a bigger dining area, right? That they show it like a bench, which I think is good because we have that slider situation going on. Remember I showed in the last house, the corner slider? Same thing here. When you go to this side of the kitchen, you're throwing in this cabana bath, which again, I love. I think every home today should be building this. Every builder should. Now, here's the weird thing. Bedroom here, just a single bedroom. We're going to go down here. Bedroom here. Let's go down here. Bathroom, pit stop bathroom. Another bedroom here. So literally, you have 3 bedrooms in a row. So it's a Jack, Jill, and John, I guess. I don't know. It's technically like this is a Jack and Jill. Here's one. They share this bathroom here. The shower's back there. So that's your Jack and Jill. And then this is, even though there's a door to it, this is sort of a separate next to the cabana bath. So, and it's all behind the kitchen. So you just don't see that all that often. Fairly large living space, your family room. Coming over this way, you have your master suite, and it's a nice one. Big, right? I mean, here to there, you even have a little bit of a sitting area here. So listen, let me tell you this. This area is so well positioned. It's in the middle of Palm Beach. Western part, but dead center, between north and south, dead center. It's off a route called Route 441 or State Road 7. You can get to Boca Raton in the south in less than 15 minutes. You can get to Wellington in about 15 minutes to the north. Easy to get to downtown West Palm Beach. I mean, it's close to a lot of things. The area is growing. You're going to see a lot of things pop up now that these 2 communities are here. I mean, these commercial real estate, they're not stupid. They see a bunch of homes going in here. They know that this is where they should be building buildings. That's what they're going to do. So this room, what I like about this master is they've got like the floor to ceiling sliders that go out to the pool, and we're gonna take you out there in a minute. The whole master suite is bigger. I mean, you can see from here. I'm at the edge of the bedroom, and I'm going to turn this camera around in a second, but not one of those not one of those masters with the closets off the bath. So it's more of a traditional one, but take a look at this. I think this one shows better. Let me know what you think. I like this better. It's a bigger bathroom. I mean, it's noticeably better. See, look at, I was telling you about they wanted to get in here. Look at this. This is not even hanging, this mirror, that they're so anxious to get sales going. And when I walked in there, they had somebody they were looking to write a contract with while I was here. I like the shower here. I like the beach entry. A lot of people say step down. I don't think step down's good. It's too easy to get hurt. It slopes down here. You got the two nooks in there, which I think is nice. One thing would be nicer, I think, is a rain head. So handheld, that's there. Controls are all the way over here. I don't know how that works. I'm afraid to turn it on, might get wet somehow. Anyway, I think I give, so I'm going to grade the master. The master gets an A. The Oakley overall is one of my favorites in this community. And the master suite gets an A in my book. Ray Fernandez living in Palm Beach, Florida. As we continue, we're going off the master, which is that way. We're going to the other side of the house now, this way. Set up like a kid's room. This is that first part of the Jack and Jill. Remember those 3 bedrooms? Boom, 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 all in a row. Again, unique floor plan. Over here is, it's a little bit funky. They have a restroom here. I don't know exactly how it's really going to show. They do this because the office is there, the sales office, so it's a little bit different. But I've seen this home up in Bridgewater, and this, by the way, is one of the best-selling models. Showing it with a half bath, and of course your office up front. You can technically make this a bedroom. Oh wait, maybe not. Let me take that back. This is what they call a utility closet, and believe it or not, it has 2 air conditioning units. This is borderline as to whether it should have that. About 3,000 square feet is where you typically get the 2 units. If you have under 2,000 square feet, under 3,000 square feet, most of the time you only get 1 unit. The other fact I really like about this is right here, like I mentioned, this bench. So there's your pocket slide. We have to go outside. These are your pocket sliders. I'm going to sit down on the bench. It's one of the things I really like about this house. I'm going to sit down and go over some of the other stuff here about this house, including the price. So 4-bedroom flex, 3,301 to 3,461 square feet under air. This number is roughly, it's 1.4. 1,399,990, so $10 short of 1.4 million. Now, when you see these prices that I'm giving you here, these are base price of the house. It doesn't include the lots of land. What's the other thing that's unique about this community is that they have bigger parts of land. They have a 1/4 acre, they have half acres, they have single acres, they have 3 acres. So they have big, we often get people that are used to being on, an acre of property or a lot of property, and they have a harder time being in like most Florida communities, which the homes are closer to each other. You don't have this problem here. People love that. That's why people are buying here. Reach out. Let us help you. So let us help you to negotiate with the builder. People ask us, do we have room to negotiate? Every builder is different. I know their spots, and I know what's attractive to them. Sometimes a deal is getting in before a price increase. We keep our buyers. Get on our list. Down below, that's our email. Say you want to be kept up to date. When there's price increases, we are one of the first calls in any of these communities that the builders give, and we will give you a heads up. Recently, up in Apex, they had a price increase of $10,000 on the Summit collection. On the Pinnacle collection, and $15,000 on the Summit collection. We got the heads up, and people were able to get in before the price increase. Let's go outside now. This is an amazing outside. We have one of those infamous Florida bird cages. People love them, people hate them. Everyone's different. I understand the attractive to this. There's no bugs out here. So when we don't really, I get that question a lot. Are there a lot of bugs in Florida? At night, yes. At night in the summer, yes. But in the wintertime, no, not so much. And during the day, never. Here's a nice fire pit. I sort of like it. So, and this whole area is sort of nice. Now, this is what Florida's about. I always recommend people if you're getting a pool, buy a heater. We can use our pools all year long here in Florida. And in January, and when you guys are shoveling snow, you can turn the heat up on the pool and jump in the pool when it's high 75 degrees and the water might be a little bit cool because it was 50 degrees the night before. Turn it up, enjoy the day. Here we go. We are now in the biggest model they have here at Amara. Welcome to the Livingston 2. As you can see, we are no longer looking at a ranch here. This is a two-story home. It has follow me as we go in. It has an unusual entrance. I see people who love it, and I've seen people that say, are you kidding me? Leave a comment down below, please. Let me know what is your opinion? What do you think of this entrance? So I'll take it to the kitchen in a second, but see the stairs? It is a little bit like, some people say, well, it's in the way when I'm walking in the house. I get that. I can see that, but it definitely looks elegant. I'm going to let close this door because we are approaching summer here in Florida. And as you might have heard, it gets a little bit warmer here at times, here in Florida, in South Florida. This is sort of like a dining area. It's not a traditional closed dining area. It's a very open dining area. They had the same exact model up in Bridgewater in Jupiter, and this was one of their best-selling models. I'll give you the price off the bat because I'm a nice guy. Livingston 2, $1,530,000. They have a Livingston 2 Grand, which is bigger and more money. I'll give you that in a minute and tell you why that is the case. This kitchen, a whole area, to me, shows the best of them all. I'm going to look at it from this angle. So you have your dining area here. You see along here, look at all those cabinets all along the back. Nice big island. You have a double oven microwave combo Wolf, which I wish I had. I do have this one. This is exact stove I have in cooktop and whatnot. This is a Wolf, red knobbed Wolf with a hood. I have the same exact model. This is amazing. I have KitchenAid for this, which is nice. They're both very nice, but the Wolf is top of the line. So you guys know, follow the channel. When you see a Wolf, for the most part, they're paired with Sub-Zero fridges. And that's what we have here, a Sub-Zero fridge. They put all the higher end appliances here. Obviously, these are upgrades. So when you get to the higher models at times too, most of your standard options are higher. The flooring here it looks like wood, right? It's like a wood look tile. As you know, they love this whole corner pocket slider. They're doing it here again. You don't have to do that. There are other options, other variations of all these homes that you can change that up. The other big thing about this is this dining area is the largest of the bunch, right? And it goes out to the patio there. So here are some of the dimensions of this. This is a 5 to 6 bedroom. It has a flex room. It has a media room. It is a 5.5 to 6.5 bath. That's a lot. But I do like the way they extend the kitchen. I think that's one of the nicest things about it. I mean, I don't know about you, but for me, we have storage places. Like I have all these appliances and coffee makers and coffee accessories and things. I have nowhere to put them. And but you don't have that problem here because you have all this, and all along there too, all along down that way. So you're pretty much equipped. Here's your pantry. I mean, I will say this. I would have, okay, I'm going to give it a grade. I've been doing a lot in this video. I need to start doing it more often, I think. For the size of this house, this is a C. This should be, it's not the smallest pantry in the world. It is a walk-in pantry. But the fact it has a butler's pantry here, and this walk-in pantry is on the smaller side. That's just me. Living in Palm Beach, Florida, we tell you the pros and the cons, and that is a con to me. That pantry should be bigger. Over this way, They continue with the theme that everyone loves, a cabana bath off the pool area. And here you go. Look at the size of this master. This is a nice master. Check this out. Can you imagine waking up, taking a business call right here? You get up, you have your coffee right here. The beautiful pool is behind you. I mean, it's just a relaxing way to start your day. Big window, lots of light. I don't know how far you can see. That goes all the way down. So you get lots of light in this room. Two other windows here. And this is, of course, they have like pocket sliding here for entrance to the bathroom. Freestanding tub and a his and her. I like the his and her idea. His and her sinks. Shower could be a little bigger. I mean, it's not terribly small, but again, for a house this big, it could be bigger, in my opinion. We can't run out. You can't have enough storage. Your closet is nice. This is a nice closet. Check this out. So they have this divided up like this is his side of the closet, and then there's your door in the middle, and this is the her side. So there's lots of good closet spaces. Closet there too. So this is a nice master. This is one of the nicer masters I've seen. So when you first come in, you have that unique staircase. Over here, you have the mudroom, and continuing with the theme of larger laundry rooms, this has it. Over on this side, when you first walk in, nice half bath. So it's a little bit far from the area you're going to entertain, but you have it. And then this is nice. Bedroom here. Check this out. Not the biggest in the world, but it is en suite, which, I'll take it. I'd rather have an en suite in a smaller bedroom. At least you have it. Now this they show is like a music room. And I know people that have seen this, have shown this, that say, I love this idea. I'm going to use it. It's just like that. So it's not a bedroom. It's because there's no closet here, but so you can technically close this off. That's your bedroom, a little bit smaller bedroom, your bathroom, and you have like a little living area. So I think that does well. That's what makes this house, it's one of the things that makes this house nice. So up in Bridgewater, in Jupiter, they have that bigger one. They show it as a casita in the back. Casita, meaning like a small house. That's sort of the difference in up that way. Here, let me go over the sheet with you. When you build this house as a Livingston to Grand, it goes up to 5,630 square feet, up to 5,689. So that's a big house. 6 to 7 bedroom. I mean, it's just big all around. Now you have a media room. We're going to go check the media room upstairs now. So you're looking at about 400 square feet more. I don't know that you can do it. I think there's a way you can do casitas in the back, but I don't think you can do it on all the properties here, because you need a certain amount of space to have that extra little room. So that's something we can work with the builder. I remember when they first opened, I talked about that. I think there were a couple of pieces of property where you could do it. Whether they've sold or not, I don't know. But if you want me to find out for you, reach out and we'll find out for you. Here's one of the features that's going to make this house stand out. You get to the bottom of those unique stairs, you get this huge loft. Believe it or not, they have this bar area here. It actually makes it look smaller because of the size of the bar is big. It's terrific. And I promise you what will happen is when people buy this model, they're going to build it with this. because this is what happened up at Solana Bay up in Avenir. What happened there is they had a similar concept, only downstairs. And everyone said, that's a good idea. And they ended up building it with the builder. So mark my words, no one's told me this yet, but I know trends when, I do a lot of this. Most buyers that buy this model are gonna try to duplicate that because it shows well. For it's a big space and it's a good way to utilize the space. Can you imagine having a nice party get together? Nice overlooking, see if you can see that, down there. And on this side here, towards the entrance, you could see that. Over here is your media room. Check this out. I have a media room. I love it. If you have a family, you want to have like a little TV day or TV night, or just want to relax with the family, it's a great way to share time with the family. Don't make a big habit of it every night, but I think media rooms are phenomenal. Over here, off the loft, you have this ensuite bedroom. Check it out. And as we head to the other side, a lot of bedrooms here. I mean, they're all up, a lot of them are up here. Pretty big bedroom here. Ensuite. On the other side here, I mean, if you have kids, they go crazy here. This is a bathroom that's made for this room, this bedroom, but it's also good for here, for the loft area. So if you're one of the kids that get the lux out, it doesn't get their own bathroom. This is where you're going to go. The good news is you're right here. You're this far away from the loft and all the games and party. There's a little space here, which I think they make good use of the space here. They put a desk here. So this is the Livingston 2. And this is really one of my favorite homes that you have here at Amara in Lake Worth, Florida. Lake Worth, Palm Beach, paradise here in South Florida.